Atma Namaste. Hello everyone. So if anybody is online and has some question about the upcoming boot camp on the 8th of July, please you can post your questions here and connect with me. Hi Garima, hi Geeta. So today I'll be taking questions on the upcoming boot camp on polycystic ovarian syndrome. And this particular issue I've been seeing, hi Shifali. I've been seeing across, my own friends are going through this particular problem. And also the clients that I'm connecting with, I'm seeing a lot of women are going through PCOS or similar kind of issues with related to the female reproductive system. And I thought it would be a good thing to do. I've never done physical healing boot camps or physical healing online healings in a group, and this is our first attempt for doing it as a boot camp. And I'm really excited for this particular event that is coming on the 8th of July. We are already going through Prosperathon 2018 with some amazing things going on. So I'm really excited for the boot camp. So as people join in, we'll talk about the polycystic ovarian syndrome. What is it that we are doing at the boot camp? Hi Megha. So Megha, you can post your questions here. If you have any question regarding the PCOS or any of your personal questions, you can post here and I will be happy to answer. I'm here for around 45 minutes with all of you to answer the questions. You can either message me on phone, or you can, if you want to be anonymous, or you can post your questions in the messenger or comments here, and I will be happy to help as much as I can. One thing that I want to state, I'm not a professional doctor. I'm an engineer by profession, so I might not be able to get too much into the medical side of the issue. But as a healer, we are also trained in anatomy. We are also trained to understand different issues. So whatever best I can answer in my own capacity, I will try to do that. So just feel free to ask your questions. It would be great to connect. So I'm here for 45 minutes answering all your questions about PCOS and the upcoming boot camp, which is on 8th of July. Hi Karna, Atma Namaste Uma. Thank you for joining. Okay, so I'll just excuse you when I have to check questions that come on the phone so that we are able to answer them. Okay, so a couple of questions were sent. Okay, I will also post a link to my blog where I've written about the medical condition. So for those who want to understand more about PCOS, can read the blog and get more insights, plus the link to registering for the bootcamp also. Okay. So the first question that comes in is, what is PCOS? And basically, polycystic ovarian syndrome or the polycystic ovarian disease is a hormonal condition, and happens mostly to women because it is related to ovaries in the reproductive age. And it has several symptoms, and sometimes you might not be having all of them, but if you are going through even some of these symptoms, it is good to have a check and understand or curb it in the initial stages. Now PCOS may show up as infrequent or prolonged menstrual cycles. And also it is said that it happens because women tend to have a higher level of the male hormone or androgen. Now, the ovaries tend to develop fluid and small collections of fluid or follicles, which stops the ovary from releasing eggs at a regular interval. According to statistics, 1 in every 10 women has PCOS. So you can understand how, like, this is a condition which is, madly present across women. So it became an interesting condition to pick up, especially for healing. And this is my first healing boot camp. I've been doing distant healings, one-on-one, and doing group healings for relationship, prosperity, weight loss. This is my first stint with, healing a physical ailment using group healing. So although we call it a group healing, or it could be in a group healing way, but I'm personally going through the medical reports for each and every woman who is nominating herself to participate in this boot camp. And the idea is to understand the individual condition. And what I'm seeing is, apart from PCOS, people are coming with issues with fibroids, they're coming with endometriosis, and a lot of conditions related with the female reproductive system. And as we are studying or scanning the various reports and the condition, you get to know that the energetic or the emotional and mental condition of the participants is very, very similar. So it becomes easy for us to group them for the boot camp. Now, so this is one interesting find that I'm seeing. So in PCOS, especially, what we are trying to do is, first step is you need to send us your reports, the medical reports, after which we'll be able to understand what is the condition, what is the as-is condition, so that after 28 days you can see a visible difference in the size of the growth, maybe reduction in the number of cysts. You feel comfortable with your menstrual cycle, and the overall generic conditions that or symptoms that cause PCOS. So the whole idea is to give you a rigorous healing for 28 days, and this has to be I'm calling it a boot camp, right? I'm not calling it a healing or 28 days healing workshop. It is called a boot camp because for these 28 days, I really need a commitment from the people who are joining. And I'm looking for women who are sincerely motivated to heal this condition in a natural way. And I've been in pranic healing for a long time, and I'm an associate, certified pranic healer myself. So, and we've got I've got a success rate with PCOS. So we'll try to replicate, following the same protocol for healing PCOS. Now, when I talk about boot camp, this is because all these women, they have to commit to a particular lifestyle. They have to commit to a schedule. So, energetically, emotionally, physically, you will have to go through a rigorous schedule for 28 days, so that by the end of 28 days, you can see visible results. And that is the reason I'm calling it a boot camp and not just a workshop. Okay. Also, thankfully, we've got volunteers from the healing community. So we'll have a number of healers doing the healings. So you might also get a dedicated healer apart from me working with you and guiding you. So this is going to be an interesting, you can say, it's like a prototype that we are doing. And going forward, we might come up with more such boot camps. And the next one that I'm thinking is thyroid, probably. So it's very, very important. And especially, I'm excited because of using pranic healing in another, innovative way. So earlier, like 5 years back, when we started off with relationship healing was the only online program that was happening in the pranic healing community. And we had more than 2,000 people participating over WhatsApp, over Facebook, doing twin hearts meditation. And similarly, this is also going to be an interesting example, probably set with the help of the teacher and the participants and also the healing community. So that is also very exciting for me. So I think I've received some questions and I will try to answer those as well. Okay, so the question is, if it is true that all diseases occur due to emotional issues and mental beliefs, what could be a root cause for PCOS? Okay, so this is one aspect that I cover with all my blogs on physical healing. Most of the diseases, around 85% of them, have the origin, they originate as an emotional or mental condition. Especially with PCOS, if you understand, this is related with women, and this is related with the female reproductive system. So when you study it energetically or emotionally, the underlying emotions that you see across them is rejection of their own femininity. And this can happen in zillion ways. So the one process that I use with almost all my participants when I'm doing a physical healing is also called the inner child healing approach. Inner child healing becomes, greatly handy when it comes to healing condition, because somewhere, we are able to meet the emotional condition or the underlying fear, underlying rejection, underlying insecurity within a person. And especially when it comes to a particular disease like polycystic ovarian syndrome, you find that most of the patients or most of the people are actually somewhere uncomfortable being in a female body, or they have their own self-rejection about being a woman. And this could happen because the woman went through a painful time, after marriage. There was a lot of suppression. There could be rejection of her own femininity, or somewhere she started feeling it would have been better I was a man. And all of these fears, resentment, anger, when it is suppressed, gets stuck up somewhere in the sex chakra, your own rejection of being a woman. And it deeply impacts your femininity. And that is why the conditions like, fibroids, tumor in the uterus, endometriosis, all of these conditions are, if you can energetically see or feel them, you will understand that it has to do a lot with your self-rejection. It could be due to the external circumstances. It could be due to parenting, as in India and also abroad. We find that, having a girl child, sometimes does not bring a lot of joy to the family. And that gets translated into a lot of emotional issue for the girl child. And when we are doing the inner child healing, when I'm doing the inner child healing, talking with women across all ages, I get to know that there is a lot that a woman has suffered, and somewhere, when you keep suppressing those emotions, when there is no venting out, you have these growth, or you have this accumulation somewhere around your body, and especially around the sex chakra or your reproductive system, because it is related with femininity, it is related with your womanhood. So that is the underlying energetic condition. So thank you for that question. The next question is, okay, can women with PCOS never have children? Okay, so most of the times, doctors, when you go visit a doctor and you have PCOS, they will always say that, it would be difficult for you to, have children. But trust me, I have seen women with PCOS having children and going through a normal, childbearing in their life. Now, if you understand, PCOS is a hormonal condition, and if it delays the production of eggs, and sometimes it skips the production of eggs in ovaries. But if you're lucky and you have good karma, you can conceive. But yeah, the odds are rare sometimes. So it is better to heal it naturally and go through a natural process for healing this condition, and this can help you. And also, if you're taking some kind of medicines, it is okay to continue with it along with the healing that we are doing. So this was another question: can people on medication go through the boot camp or healing? And the answer is definitely. So we are doing a 28 days program, because we want to showcase results in a short span, in a shorter window, just 28 days. So it might happen that it is not completely healed, but we'll be able to show visible difference in your condition. So it is okay to have your medication, but if you complement it with energy healing, pranic healing, it will show faster and improved results. Okay, so thank you for that question. Now, one of the questions that I received was before, okay, is anger related to PCOS or PCOD? So as I just covered, anger, anger is a very broad term. We need to understand what is triggering anger within you. So if it is coming to your self-worth, if it is coming to your own self-image, that means somewhere it is connected with your own identity with self. And then if at times you feel angry because you are denied certain privileges which your husband is going through easily, it can be related with it can be related with PCOS and PCOD. So thank you for that question once again. Okay, time for another question. So most of you are sending me on phone. Okay. So the next question. So any specific testimonial or experiences you have from PH for success in managing PCOS? So this is one, yeah. So yes, we have testimonials for healing from PCOS to a high degree, around 80 to 90%, with inner child healing and pranic healing protocol. So because this is a tried and tested system, pranic healing, if you understand, it's like a homogeneous modality. So healers across the world follow a similar kind of protocol. It's a very, very advanced and very, very structured energy healing modality. So we follow similar protocols, and across pranic healing, we've seen good results coming for PCOS or PCOD conditions like this. The other thing is, healing also depends upon your own receptivity. That is the reason, you are made to pay for it, because when you are paying for something, your receptivity automatically increases. And also, your entitlement for getting cured or being healed also increases. So people who feel that healing should be done free, or energy healing should be done free, they have to understand that it isn't giving that we receive. This is a universal law. So when you are paying the healer, you are becoming more and more receptive to the divine forces that are working to heal your condition. And also it entitles you karmically for receiving the healing. So the energy exchange is a must when you are doing a healing, and it actually increases your chances for getting healed. Now, the other part of this boot camp is we are also using crystals for healing. And as you know, for the last few months, I've been deep diving into crystals, and we've used crystals for weight loss, and the success was amazing. We've used crystals for Pranic facial, along with Pranic facial. So we use facial grids. We've done grids for weight loss. We've done grids for wealth. We've done grids for I've personally done grids for fertility for people, and all of them are doing very well. So alongside, with the healing, you also receive a personalized, customized kit of crystals, which you will be using it as a grid. So you can place the grid in your home, and the instructions will be sent out to you in advance how to go about doing it. Or you can ask us to keep the grid for you, and once we are done with the program, we can ship out the crystals to you so that you can use in the future as well. So crystals are thoroughly picked for each of you based on your individual condition, emotional as well as physical. They are carefully programmed in a grid and sent out to you, so that it helps you balance your emotional body, it helps you balance your energy body, and assist, or it enhances the effect of pranic healing that we'll be doing on you. So that is also an important aspect of this boot camp, and I'm really excited to share it with all of you. Apart from that, you'll also get the inner child healing from me, and inner child healing has become like the thing for me, and I've tried it on more than 1,000 to 1,200 people in last 5 years. And I follow a series of steps, and you can read more about inner child healing on my blog, and also the success that we've received when we are doing the inner child. So one session of inner child healing, we can break a particular thought form or your habit with one session. So it's an interesting 1 hour long session, which is done one-on-one with me, and the success rates are really very high. So all the participants will get one personal inner child healing session, which the cost of which is around 4,000 rupees, and you get it in this boot camp. So with the inner child and the crystals, you've already paid up for the boot camp, but still you'll get healing for 28 days. So this is the this is your opportunity to grab this particular offer, because it's being given for 28 days with guarantees. I think you cannot get any better deal for physical healing anyway. So just try it and see for yourself how this beautiful modality called pranic healing can help you heal naturally from within. And see, the effects are not only on the physical term, so on the surface. on the body. You will also, because we are doing healing, so you will see a lot of change in your emotional well-being. You'll see a lot of change in your mental well-being also. So overall, this is a complete, you can say, healing at mind, body, and soul level for all of you. So just try for these 28 days, and I'm always there. For people who've attended my sessions, they know that I am always present, whether it's on phone, whether it's on Messenger, whether personally. I'm always available for any kind of help, any kind of guidance, even after the program. So I stay in touch with all my participants, and I love to do so, because every participant who joins my program becomes part of my family, and I have a huge family. so you get that kind of love and warmth, and also affection. And the thing is, I was like happy, because if you understand, most of my clients are women, and I get to meet women from all walks of life. And empowering women, I think there is no greater joy than empowering women in whatever way, in whatever capacity I can. I just love to connect with them at different levels, and also bring out the best in them. So for me, this particular boot camp is very, very special, because somewhere I feel, as a woman, it is my responsibility to help other women to live their life to the fullest, and to make them understand that being a woman is one of the greatest joy available to them. And I would love to lead this by example, and also through my work. So all of you who know somebody who is going through this condition, or needs help, you can pass on the registration details. You can pass on this video to them, and this will become really, really helpful for them to decide and choose on their own if they would want to go in for something like this. So if there are any more questions, just let me know, and I will be happy to answer all of them. And let me see if I'm missing anything else. Okay, yeah. Apart from crystal healing, apart from inner child healing, apart from pranic healing, you will also get your own custom affirmations. And if you are a fan of Louis Hay like me, you will understand what magic can affirmations bring in your life. So we will be using Louis Hay affirmations, and my experience helps me in customizing the affirmations also, based on the clients that I choose to work, because sometimes some certain words resonate more with certain people. So we can customize the affirmations, and also, like I said, there is a lot of customization happening at different levels. So even the crystals that I choose, the affirmations that I choose, sometimes the healing protocol also needs to be customized. So all of that will happen in the boot camp, so that all of you get the maximum benefit out of it. And we have the money back guarantee also. That is the last thing that I wanted to speak about. Till now, I think nobody in the pranic healing community has taken this task of returning the money if the healing doesn't work. But being a humble servant, I just believe in the teacher, and somewhere I feel that only the right people will be guided for this boot camp. So there is an additional safety net for all of you. So you get the 6,000 back, which is if in case you see no change in your condition. And I really want honest people for this. So initially we were just targeting pranic healers, but now we've opened it for everyone. But I'm personally going through, I'm kind of talking to each of the participants and understanding their condition and how committed they are for this boot camp. So thank you so much for joining. I've been here for 30 minutes. If there are still any questions, and you can send it out to me. I'll just check my phone for the last time so that I don't miss out any questions. Okay, so can I do this program while being on regular medical treatment? Yes, absolutely. You can do the program while being on the treatment. Okay. Okay, we have some more questions. Yeah, so you can do it with your regular treatment because pranic healing is not intended to replace conventional medicines. We are just working alongside, traditional medicine system and helping to provide the extra mind, body heals, mind, body, soul healing. Okay, Neha. Yeah, the inner child healing is available as an offering. So people who only want to go in for the inner child healing, they are most welcome to purchase the inner child healing session, and then we can connect up on. Okay, what do the participants have to follow? Okay, so see, because the program is kind of customized for every participant. Once we screen through the medical reports of the participants and I personally connect with them, I get to understand what is that I need to recommend. So it's not going to be something like, things that you do in the gym. So you have to follow a regular diet. But again, eat clean for the 28 days. Stay, hydrated. You will have to do a meditation that I suggest for 28 days and affirmations. So these are 4 of the things which you need to do. And if there is something very specific to the participant, we'll connect and tell. But these are some of the things that really need to happen. Salt water baths. Yeah, so I have a list. Probably I will be sharing it with the participants who are really keen to join. And it won't be too much. Trust me, this 28-day investment is going to be something very, very worthwhile for you for the entire life. Because if you understand, healing does not only happen at the physical level. So yes, you will be healed for the PCOS syndrome, but there is going to be a lot more that gets healed. So when you do an inner child, it's an entire mindset that is transformed. Your self-image gets boosted from maybe a 30 to 110, 120, 200. It's that effective. And energetically, you can feel more active. You can feel more loving towards yourself and others. So there is a lot that changes from within. So look forward to it. Any more questions? Actually, the comments are not scrolling now, so I have to scroll them manually. Okay, so I think that's the live session for the Bootcamp Q&A. You can reach me out again on Messenger. You can WhatsApp me. You can call me. I will be really happy to answer any or all of your queries. And I really welcome all of you who decide to join me for this journey. And also, I call out for any healers who want to, volunteer for healing. And by volunteering, you get to know the technique that I use along with pranic healing for healing. So it would be a learning experience for all of you. The idea, is to share the techniques, and as many people can become more empowered to do healings, it is better, because I single-handedly cannot work on the entire population. So I will be happy to share with pranic healers, especially psychotherapy and above, to work for bootcamp, and you can get special discounts for my programs if you would like to join. But I really want seriously committed healers to join me for this. Okay, so thank you so much for joining, and I hope we'll be able to make this a very, very successful event. And one person who is responsible for all of this is my teacher. So in the name of the teacher, we'll be doing this, and I just hope it goes very, very well. So thank you so much for joining, and I love all of you. Thank you for taking out the time to ask your questions, to watch this online. Please share with any woman who needs healing or needs to work on this condition. As much as you can share will be great, because I'm not that good in marketing. So please help me in spreading the word and getting the right participants for this program. Atma Namaste. Bye.